Hello, imperfect believers. This is Shemaya Eliza, and we are on day 3 of the Love to Be Free fast. So I'm on my break. So yesterday I couldn't make anything, or I didn't have time to make any. Or I had the time, I just didn't make anything. I left. I had like a worship night that I was going to, and afterwards we went out to eat, and we went to Popeyes. Of course, I can't eat anything from there except for the mashed potatoes. So I got me some mashed potatoes, like some leftover mashed potatoes from that. And then, of course, I got my salad. And like I said, it's just gonna get bigger every time. Because look at this freaking big bowl of salad. Like, oh my word. Anyway, the Lord is good. Like, I'm doing a lot of reflecting in this time. I'm eating. I'm hungry. Oh, it's still kind of cold. I try to heat it up. That's fine. Anyway. The Lord is just so good. Like I was able to have like a really good like spiritual conversations yesterday. And I don't know, just getting in the presence of God really uplifts my spirit. Like I was at a worship night and we were like worshiping for like 2 hours straight, and it felt like 30 minutes. Like it legit felt like 30 minutes. I'm like, me and my friend, we were like, we could have been here for another hour. And I was like, I could be here all day, whole 24 hours. I'm like, and she was saying that her thank you, Jesus, that in the present in that worship, like, it was like her soul was restored. Her soul was restored. And I'm like, no, legit though, because that's what I am like so hyped when I'm in the presence of God. Every time I get in his presence, every time I am like worshiping him, every time I feel his spirit, it's just a restoration of my soul. And there's this one verse, and I'll put it in the description box because I can't remember exactly what it is, but it talks about like how restoring our soul, and like that's what worship is. He's restoring our soul. He's pulling us back in, that bringing that connection back in, that intimacy back in. I thank you, Jesus, for the restoration of our souls. I really feel like that's another part of fasting, a restoration for our souls. It's restoring our souls, because sometimes we can be so focused on the flesh, so focused on like what we want, things of the earth, but a fast is literally separating ourselves from the things of the earth and having to focus on God. And in that time, he is restoring our souls. He has restored our souls. I really pray that this was as fruitful as it was for y'all, as it was for me. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit attacked. Like I remember the first night after I got off work and stuff like that, I was like laying down, and like just so many thoughts were popping through my head, and I was like, oh my, like, it was like getting overwhelming. I'm like, get out, like what you doing? And then the same thing was happening yesterday. Like I just was having a hard time, like once I got home, getting back up. And that's why like my meals would be extra late, because I'm like I don't feel like getting up, yada. And I was getting attacked, and I was like, oh, but you're in a period of fasting. Like that explains why you're being attacked. Keep going, because obviously the enemy wouldn't be attacking you if you were doing what they want you to do. And so I'm going to continue fasting and praying. But also I thought about it today. I was like, because it pushed back the time I was going to eat. So I basically didn't have lunch and had dinner, like a really late dinner. And I'm like, and during that time I'm not eating. I'm also I'm fasting. Just no food fast. I skipped a meal, and I was praying during that time. So you're trying to get me down low, and God is using that to continue to give him the glory. And it's another restoration for my soul. And so again, like God gave me from the very beginning that this is a fast, a celebration, that we are going to, like in the first video for day 1, celebrate as if you see it. And today I really just feel like God is like a restoration for the soul. Like he has restored our soul. The closer that we get to God, he's just restoring our soul. and it's refreshing, and it's something that that needs to be stewarded. It needs to, it can't just be a one-time thing. It needs to be continually getting in his presence. And so I really press that, like, as we end out this fast, you press into his spirit and you continue to let yourself be restored. Thank you, and bye.